Yo, what's going on? Right, we're back right now, yeah. Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesday, champagne and conversation, banter before bed. Don't forget, look up for Teasing Ready, all social media platforms. Your host, John Cool J, my co-host today, Jada Stars.
Today, stop saying co-host today.
Yo,
I am not your co-host today. I'm your co-host all the time. Don't co-host me, baby.
And we got a special guest
Very
today.
jealous people right now, though.
We got a special guest today, Umar Sadiq. Cheers!
Bang, 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 bang.
Cheers!
Loving me,
Top
guys.
boxer.
Are you a boxer?
You knew that.
I'm not done my research on you. I would never date a boxer again. That's awful.
Again? Who did you date?
He used to box for Britain. Honest to God.
What's his
We used to
name?
get everything. I'm not telling no one his name.
I'll know him.
But
What weight?
he's not your weight. He's
What-
welterweight.
He's welterweight.
He's
He's
a lot smaller than you.
How long ago was he boxing for Britain?
Oh my gosh, I was with him from 2011 to 13, something like that.
Okay.
But well, yeah, he's still boxing. He started
Okay.
with amateur.
Now he's a pro.
I don't know if he's a pro.
Now he's
He's a pro.
a
I don't know who he's with now.
Is he from London?
Yeah, very.
Okay,
London,
cool,
Ghetto
cool.
London. Enough about us.
I know who it is.
Do you know who it is?
I think I know who it is. He's got a fight coming up soon, innit?
I don't know. I don't stalk my head. Look at Jay waiting for us. Like,
Innit?
no. Take my number and go on a date. Go on a date. We have to do it now. Jay got you for me, by the way.
Oh, wow.
How old are you?
That way. He's a good friend.
You're not like under 25, are you?
I'm 32.
Oh. He's seasoned.
Nigerian zone.
Are you from Nigeria?
I am, yeah.
Oh, for goodness
Are you
sake.
Nigerian?
See you lot later.
Yeah.
Never told me that part. I've had a conversation about it.
Where Nigeria from? Delta State?
No, I'm from the north, man. So my dad was from a place called Kano. It's a state. My mum's from Benue,
Okay.
so which is like in the middle. But Kano's like proper north. It's, and in the north it's mostly like Muslims and stuff. And they have a lot of Arab influence. So, yeah, I'm personally not, but my dad's family are. So yeah, I mean, I've lived in England for a very long time, or London, should I say, for a very long time, and I've probably met about, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 people from our part of Nigeria.
In London?
Yeah. So it's mostly Yorubas, isn't it? Everyone's Yoruba.
Oh, yeah.
They start speaking Yoruba to me, they're surprised I can't speak back.
Okay,
But yeah.
so from Ilford?
Nah, so this is the thing, I told them about this, yeah, the guys at BT Sports. So my last fight, I got announcers from East London. Because I got...
Wait, so humble. BT Sport, you said it so humbly, man. That's a big thing, man. Yeah, man. That's a
Thank
big
you,
thing,
man.
yeah,
You
man.
can't
Thank
put it in there. The box like strategic. He was like, all right, in about 3 minutes after let them know that they're...
They need to know. Can I say on this?
We'll try not to.
No, all right, they got to put some respect on my name.
Oh, here we go now.
I was going to say
Say blood
MFs.
clot.
But no, I was going to say MFs. But
Say mofo. I love that one.
yeah, true, that can pop. But what was that? Yeah, so basically what it was is my mum moved to Ilford some years back. And obviously I moved with her. And then when I was turning pro, I'd still been living with her. So on my address, it said Ilford. So they just took it as, yeah, top boxer Sadiq from Ilford. I was like, so I just told them recently, I was like, no, my mum moved there, doesn't mean I'm from there. I'm actually from Newham.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Where's Newham?
That's all
What do you mean, where's
like,
Newham?
all DWE, like Newham Generals.
I don't know who DWE is.
Yes, you do.
On my life, I don't. I know someone that...
What kind of person are
What's no
you?
DWE is?
No, the only person that mentioned DWE the other day was a guy called Holloman Gender who he talks to, him and Jammer.
Man,
But I don't know
get
who-
mangled and dangled to the side just like away my Kangol. Nowadays, I'm an answer like a bangle. You never heard none of that? Wow.
When did this come out in 99?
The name of the rock that you were living under, what is it?
Bromley?
Alright, okay.
No, she knows DWE, though. She
She
knows.
does.
I swear
She
my
gets.
life, on camera.
Remember that song Forward by Pow? Yeah, I'm Lee for the beat.
Yeah, I know that
They went,
song.
ooh. They went, ooh.
Oh, was that him? I
Yeah.
thought your thing Double D.
Wait, and DWE just done that advert for IKEA as well. Yeah.
I don't like ITK, I don't support them.
You don't have to put it. See that?
Alright, well, I don't watch TV, can you stop laughing at me? I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
You're making me feel away.
I'm sorry. It's all love.
He's touching me, Ivan. No, there's no touching. Tell him off.
Is there not, Ivan?
We're pretty correct. We're trying to behave.
She's just touching. Why are you touching me?
I thought we had a thing. I thought it was touch for touch.
Okay.
So wasn't growing up in Newham like that, mum?
Where is Newham?
East.
It's where
Why
Stratford
do you
is.
say that then?
Because East
You know
London's a
about
big
Newham,
place.
Not Newham.
Is that saying I'm from South London? That could be so many places.
No, but you said Newham, so I said, what area is that in?
No,
East
you
London.
well, okay, cool. Now you know East London. It's where Stratford is where Canning Town is where
Oh, that's
Manor
right.
Park is, most importantly, because that's where I lived.
Okay.
Yeah, so growing up in Newham, that was calm. It was I was there mostly as a teenager, and I guess I just did what a lot of teenagers do. You know, just
What did you do?
in
What do all teenagers do?
teenagers in urban environments, and you know, went to school. Sometimes didn't. I used to bunk school to go on pirate radio.
Did you what?
To spit bars, innit?
Is it?
Yeah.
So what was your garage? What was your name?
Oh no, I was shit. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I started.
It's still sampled, isn't it?
No. I just said I was shit. Why would I want to embarrass
What do
myself?
you mean? So you're boxing out, so everyone makes fun of you now.
No, it's cool, it's cool. You heard a little bit when I was doing DWE, it's calm. But yeah, so it was a lot of that. There was a lot of people from different areas that thought they were better than the people from other areas, so you know what comes with that. But ultimately, it was, I guess I enjoyed it, man. There were a lot of experiences that helped forge the person that I am today. And, you know, now I carry myself well, and, you know, I'm typically clean, and a lot of people in boxing think that that means I'd probably be soft and whatever, but I think, actually I know, like, slowly but surely they're learning, like, there's a lot more to this guy that's, like, well-mannered and stuff. So, you know, I give thanks for those experiences.
What was your first ever fight?
Oh.
In England?
Oh,
Professionally?
Professionally?
No, not professionally.
Oh, non-professionally.
Yeah.
First ever fight was when I first come to England.
First day?
Not first day, but like when I first went to school. I came to England at the age of 12, yeah?
Fresh.
went to, like, I had all this like white picket fence vision of that. So I come through now, and then went to school, and they assigned this guy to that show me about the school, whatever.
White guy?
No, he's a black guy.
Okay.
He turned out to be one of the main bullies of the school. Little did I know. But yeah, so anyway, the teacher was like, Umar, do you want to introduce yourself and all of that? So I start speaking, and everyone starts laughing. So I'm thinking, I didn't say nothing funny. Like, these lot are really trying to be my friends. So anyway, I carry on speaking, and they're just laughing. And then after a little bit, I clocked like people are snickering, and there's like repeating certain words I'm saying. And I was like, I didn't fully get it, but it was I knew the joke was on me.
Yeah.
Anyway, it took me a few days to realise they were laughing at my accent. But obviously coming from Nigeria, I was being naive, innit? Like, I didn't even know that an accent was a thing. So anyway, you get the idea. So obviously within the first week of being in school, like people taking a piss and that, I ended up having a couple of fights. But yeah.
Did you beat anyone up?
Yes,
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, I'm gonna say I won every single fight.
Watching that first when I bust his head. I made him like this.
It's okay to
I
lose
gave him
fights.
the lick.
It's okay to lose fights.
Pardon?
It's okay to lose.
No,
Yeah, I don't remember
as
losing
long
any
as
at
your
school, to be fair.
girlfriend- As long as
Oh,
you're
no.
with your girlfriend, then it's fine.
Well, I wouldn't be fighting my girlfriend.
No, as long as it's not in
In
front.
front of your girlfriend.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, sometimes that
Is it in
happens,
front
don't
of
it, to
me,
people.
yeah? But sometimes who? So
Sometimes guys got to fight. I mean, I have never had to, but I can understand why some guys have had to.
If you're my partner and you got beaten up, it's a wrap.
Oh, you mean get beat up in front of a girlfriend?
Yeah,
Yeah, I always wondered that.
Yeah.
The girl look at a guy
Or we
differently.
couldn't walk out in public again. It's like, where's your man?
Alright, what if you got rushed though?
Yeah, what if he got rushed?
Rush is different. That's cowardly.
Yeah,
Like, I don't expect my man
okay.
to fight with 20 man. But if it's a one-on-one and you're doing the most, and you end up on the floor, I'll be walking up like, I don't know. I'll be
That's embarrassing still. But check this. You know about boxing, you just mentioned about weights, yeah? What if your man's a welterweight and the guy he's fighting is like a cruiserweight or
I don't
heavyweight?
give a crap. I grew up in underground boxing,
Yeah.
and they don't believe in weights.
Yeah, so it don't matter
If
if
you can
like,
fight, you can fight.
if your
technique.
boyfriend's at 5'11" and the guy's fighting at
I've got
6'5"
one,
trained
I've got one.
fighter.
A good craftsman never blames his tools.
Yeah, that's cool and that, but on the streets that don't help you.
If you can fight, you can fight. Kick a man.
Nah,
before
you've
he's
got a point.
down.
I'm playing devil's advocate, but it's a bit of truth on both sides.
You think size matters?
No, like in your story and my story. I'm watching the sides, you know.
No, because you
She's-
said if your man's middleweight and the guy's bigger weight than him, it matters. And I'm saying, do you think? Why is he getting all shy? Do you think size matters? That's what I want to know.
I'm buzzing up because you're too much.
Does size matter? Doesn't matter. I hate the size of my hair today. The size matter. The size matter.
I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I can't say.
Where's he going? I don't understand.
I know where you're going. Let's not play stupid.
Anywho.
But yeah, anyway, in a fight, size matters, of course.
Quick question: do you like girls fighting?
No, I don't like anyone fighting.
No, but
I know it sounds weird as a all right, professionally, like if boxers, yeah, I'll watch anyone box, but I thought you meant like fighting out, just generally, yeah.
I was talking about both anyway, but
Yeah, no, boxing wise, yeah, of course I'd like to see anyone box.
Oh, you're from East London, so you know Miss Banks' ex. What's his face? Brothers. His brother's
Lawrence.
Henry.
Oh, Lawrence.
Yeah. See, I went uni with them. We were on the same psychology.
UEL.
Yeah.
So wait, pause.
Hey.
So you went UEL, but you don't know what Newham is?
I don't.
What you lying for? UEL was actually in
I
Newham.
just drive there and drive back. Remember, I wasn't young. I went to uni in my 20s, like late 20s. So I didn't get that whole university life where we're driving up and down. I used to get in my whip, go home, go pick up my picnic.
Fair enough.
So I didn't get that, unfortunately.
Cool. But anyway, yeah, Lawrence is a good friend of mine, so watch him out.
shout out to Lawrence.
Just in case.
No, he's never done. I don't have no problem. And if I
okay.
went to customer, better shut up. But he never done anything to me. He just used to think he was too nice. That's what I didn't like about him. And you know what? It's so funny end up with Miss Banks, because I always thought that he liked white girls, and I thought he liked more like type of girls. But
Lawrence is very much a black girl type of guy.
Oh,
yeah, he likes the melanin.
I see. He went with Miss Banks. That's the darkest girl you'll ever get. She's from Peckham. I don't think you can get blacker than that, darling.
Yeah, she's cool as well.
You know everybody.
Nah, not like you. I bet you know a lot more people.
No. Sorry, go on, Jay. He's getting a bit bored.
No, I'm just listening. I just want to know what was the first fight you actually saw on TV. Like,
the first fight I saw on TV. Oh God, I don't even know. You know, I'm one of them few people. I got into boxing like my first time ever in a boxing session wasn't because I was trying to be a boxer. I went to a boxing session just so I can tell people I went to a boxing session. Literally. But then the guy that was teaching, it was in a youth project, yeah. He had everyone in this hall in a circle, and he was going around with the pads, and I wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing with other people. When he got to me, I remember I was wearing jeans, iceberg jumper and all that.
Iceberg jeans.
Yeah, you know how old school that was. Yeah. And he had me on the pads and he was like, oh, beautiful, great punches. You're going to be a world champion if you keep doing this. I was getting gas. I was like, yeah, I'm sick. Of course I can fight. And then after that, I just done it to the guy next to me. Now, deep, it was just like bare positive affirmations all around. So I was like, yo, like, you're going to mean this shit when you tell me. Sorry, guys, my language. Yeah. And from there, I just kept going back just because I was like, I want him to mean it when he tells me. And one thing led to another. I was sparring people that were winning tournaments and getting the better of them. And I was like, yo, like, let me see what I can do.
Did your mum mind? Because I had dated, he was African as well. And I know that his dad was really unaccepting of it. Like, he hated
his dad?
that. Yeah, because his mum passed when he was I think it was like 4 months. It's God to him. Yeah. Rest their soul. But, like, did your parents go against it? Because no one in his family was on it at all.
Yeah, my mum doesn't like it at all. She's had to accept it recently because obviously she knows I'm just
like
this one.
As soon as you I don't like if I do, but I'll be going to Nigeria next month. He's paying for it. And then she left it off, innit?
Probably when I reach that, but no, she still would rather I don't, because so I model part time and still till today she'll be like, have you had any contracts recently?
Model?
Yeah.
What are you modelling for?
Whoever the client is.
Jeez, talk about it.
Have you ever done any nude?
No.
How much for nude?
I don't know. Talk to me privately. We'll negotiate something.
Watch the way he does his eyes. You heard it right here, ladies. And summer's party and that.
You know, we'll have some release clauses and that, and no disclaimers, and we'll make it happen.
Okay, cool. Anyway.
No, but yeah. So even till today, like, I'll go to her house and she'll be like, "Have you had any contracts?" And I'll be like, "I'm focusing on boxing, mum." And she'll be like, "Yeah, but why don't you lean towards this other bit more? It's a lot safer." Like, she's probably not that smooth with it. She'll just be like, it's a lot safer, but she still accepts it now. And a lot of times, like, if I have a fight, so what used to be was when I was an amateur, I never used to tell her when I'll fight. I'll just come on with a trophy or something and be like, "Mum, I won this." And then when I turned pro, I still wasn't telling her. But then as time has gone on, it's becoming harder and harder. Well, actually, I just can't hide it from her anymore. So now she knows, but she's just had to accept it, and she'll just pray for me.
How could she not tell? My ex was sparring twice a week. He had to go gym for the fitness and stuff.
No, she knows that. She knew that I was going boxing training, but I just wouldn't tell her when the fights were.
Oh, but
Yeah.
sparring is horrible. I think it's worse than actual boxing. I used to hate it. Like, you'd come home and just be so exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting in the work, innit? The training should be harder than the fight.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
And when I told my brother, she was like, "You're lying." I was like, "No, it is. It was much worse." When he used to come out of sparring, he was so exhausted. But from a fight, he's like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
But you know, part of the reason as well is when you're sparring around all your other sessions. So we would have typically like 2 or 3 sessions in a day. So you might have had a run in the morning. The day before you probably had 2 or 3 sessions. Just tired. But when you got a fight coming up, you taper down to peak. So you're not training as hard leading up, so you're fresh. And then the fight itself, I don't know, like you fight a 12-round fight. Even that is less than an hour long. Whereas your training sessions are usually longer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're used to expending more energy. So when you have a fight, depending on how it goes, and if you train properly, you should be coming out buzzing.
Okay.
So what's your daily routine then, like from the morning to night time?
Oh man, no 2 days are the same, you know. Like it's all different because I do a lot of my representation myself, with like in terms of like the boxing with the promoters and that sort of stuff, and all that. Basically, I do everything myself. So that's like with public profile. I've got a liaise with the modelling agencies that I work with as well, and a bunch of other random things like, you know,
An assistant.
that'd be great. That'd be great. I legit need one.
Your Instagrams, respond to emails.
All of that. I've been trying to find someone to do all of that. What are you saying? You're on it?
How do I get paid?
No, oh, that's another conversation.
I'm
late.
I'm easy, innit? As long as I'm happy at the end, you know what I mean? It's like,
Why
how
she
did you
like
get paid? Which I can't walk.
They call
you
it the
know?
hot, that's what they call it, the hot seat, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. Where were we with this? Oh yeah, like a day. So basically, the days are very random, and like I said, hardly any of them are the same. So for example, today, I got up, so like I have like morning routines that I follow. Like obviously, you wake up, you pray, you give thanks for waking up. You know, then I'll do like a test in the morning, which is a heart rate test that lets me and my team know how hard I can push in the day. You know, affirmations, all that type of stuff. Have something to eat, like a smoothie. Then I went to a fitness gym near me to do some cardio work.
Can I ask you a question? Do you
Right.
find it hard to, because he found it hard to keep on the weight because he was naturally slimmer than what they made him. So do you find it hard?
Nah, I'm very comfortable at my weight. So if anything, my weight's more likely to drop. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So even today, after I finished training, I weighed myself and I was like, why am I dropping so much weight already? But yeah, so after that session, went and got something to eat, but the sun was out. I was like, yo, like, I'm eating outside. So I went and had a walk in the park, sat down on a bench, ate my food. Yeah, alone. I do a lot of things alone. I live alone as well, so I'm very comfortable in my own place.
I'm valuing your stepdad, baby. I hope you don't watch this.
But yeah, went for a walk in the park, sat down, ate, came back, tried to have a 20-minute nap, but then my phone started going off because I'm trying to plan my next fight. So like negotiations, talking to about 7 different people, like this guy and then that guy, back and forth. Then after that I went training. Then I had to get something to eat and ate in the car on my way here.
Why don't you do
And now I'm here.
meals? This is why my ex-partner used to like me. I used to do his meals and I'd have to put them in tubs. Why don't you do that?
Because for the most part, that probably could be part of it. But for the most part, I eat intuitively. So I go off what my body's asking for in the time. So a lot of times I don't know. For example, I don't know what I'm eating tomorrow, but come about lunchtime, my body's going to say to me, you need this, and then I'll go off of that. And that's just the way I do it. It works for me.
So what don't you eat then? Like what?
Well, for starters, I'm on a vegan diet, well, plant-based diet, so I don't eat anything that used to swim, walk or fly. No dairy. But around that, it's just I eat everything really around that, so long as anything that used to walk.
Sorry?
Anything that walks. Walk, swim or fly, walk.
No, I'm not part of this interview. Just carry on.
But yeah, so that's why. I mean, I used to have meal preps and they can work fine. I guess maybe possibly because I just don't have any at the moment.
What about the drug tests? Are they rigorous?
Do you know what? In my whole career being a professional, I've never been drug tested.
Don't say that out loud.
No, I've never been drug tested. It's a fact.
Seriously?
But like, for what it is, I think because it's expensive, the drug test, so it is random. You can get tested. I probably will be tested for my next fight because I think I'm likely to fight for a title. No, I'm likely to fight for a title in my next fight, or some titles maybe. But even like for the last one, it was on the contract, or like it's subject to UCAD, that's UK anti-doping testing. But then no one turned up, which sometimes worries me a little bit because I'm like, yo, like everyone else ain't getting tested. I know I'm clean, but a day. But it is what it is, man. As you go up the levels, there's more testing, and you know, then that'll come with it. But even like speaking of Lawrence, I've been with Lawrence when we've been not even at home. Actually, we were in Sheffield in an Airbnb, and UCAD turned up to test him because they were just like, because he was on this program where he had to tell them where he was all the time.
Okay.
And they just turned up, like, not even in London, like. So yeah, so obviously
So what about
at some point it starts coming.
or something?
Yeah, that's not allowed. It's not allowed. No weed, no
But that
coke,
makes you lazy.
no type of drugs. I know, but
It's the
it's just
substance
like,
though,
yeah,
innit?
you gotta be clean in it.
Substance.
Yeah,
Can you drink?
I can, but I don't. I just clock you. Ain't you not meant to be drinking?
Yeah, well, if
No,
you
we
put a bowl,
wait.
man.
We wait.
Pop what bowl? I've got my bowl. I told you, man. My bowl done pop time ago. I was having pre-drinks.
But if you're not drinking, then I'm not drinking.
Okay, then that's cool. Solidarity, I like it. We're a team already.
He touched me. He touched
That's because you
me.
touched me
No,
here.
I know my friend is watching right now. She's just in their chair like,
Is it?
yes. I was going to pee her off a bit.
Fury and Wilder had a fight, and obviously the towel got thrown in.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation, or seen a situation like that, where you've seen the trainer and the actual boxer having like a disagreement regarding that?
Happens a lot, man. The thing is, fighters, yeah, especially when you get a proper fighter, like, sometimes we're borderline delusional, but for the most part, it's so long as there's a glimmer of hope, we think we can do it. So if you ask any fighter if they'll beat any other fighter, even if the other fighter beats them 99 out of 100 times, the fact that there's one time that they can win, they'll tell you, yeah, of course I can do it. And that's just our mentality. And you get in there, and I don't know how most fighters are, but I know that a lot of fighters, including myself, go in there and like, I am prepared to walk through anything. So it doesn't matter what you're going through. You're like, I'm on this thing. Like, I'm willing to go through it. So when the corner throws in the towel, because you knew there was a chance that you could have carried on, you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But realistically, a lot of times the corner's right. They're looking from outside. They're like, no, I know you think you can, like Wilder. I know you think you can, but you're getting your ass handed to you, boy.
Obviously, number 3's coming up as well, innit?
Yeah.
Number 3's gonna win again.
What's number 3?
They're gonna fight again.
The
innit?
third fight.
Who's so they're definitely doing it then?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just think my head's a mess today.
So it's very hard. Put it this way: when I was watching the fight, yeah, from like round 2 onwards, I was like, what can Wilder do to turn this around? And I couldn't think of what he could do because it just looks like a year 9 kid beating up a year 7 kid. Probably even year 6, just like battering him around. The size difference was that much, and it just looked at what everything that Wilder could have done wouldn't have affected Fury. Whereas Fury knocked him down with a body shot, but not even because he was hurt, but just like the impact of it just threw him off his feet.
Is this the
Do you know what I
fight where
mean?
He didn't really have his hands.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
thing?
No, he did have his hand. That's nonsense.
Why was his hands flipping back then?
Because he was relaxed. That's what it was. But yeah. So basically, it's hard to bet against that version of Fury that turned up that night. So who wins the fight? I guess we'll just have to see what both the preps are like and how they're both looking and sounding leading up to it. But for now, I'll just have to say that version of Fury is very hard to bet against.
Do you do the celebrity thing as well?
Oh, I hated that part. I hated it. The more he said no, I got to fight. Just wait 4 more days. I used to want to.
4 days? Is that all he done? 4 days?
No, it was like 4 more. You have to wait 4 more.
How long was he celibate for?
I think the most we ever went was about 3 weeks.
Wow.
The most.
Wow. Yeah. So
Just under maybe.
in the amateurs, I used to do 2 weeks, except for one time when I done like 2 days. I actually called the girl devil after.
What did you win though?
Yeah, I won.
Okay,
But what it wasn't meant to happen. It was like, oh, just a little bit, and then tried to stop, got held, and then it's just like, yeah. Anyway,
Right.
yeah.
Listen, your life matters, baby.
Yeah, I was just like, you're the devil. But I still won. No, we're cool. But anyway, so it was 2 weeks as an amateur, and when I turned pro, the first professional coach I had said, you do 1 week per scheduled round. So when I was fighting that 4 and 6 rounders, I was doing that 6 weeks of like celibacy. And then there was one time I was meant to fight and the show got pushed back. And the show got pushed back like 2 weeks before the fight. So I'd already been celibate for like, that was an 8 rounder. So I'd already been celibate for like 6 weeks, 2 weeks before it got pushed back. And then I had to like continue the run until the fight day. So by the end of it, I think I was like,
roasted.
Yeah, I was roasted.
The ring card girls looking different, isn't it?
It was a madness. But actually, do you know what it is? It's not as bad as you think it is. You just have moments that hit you. So like,
I think it's more if you live with a girl and you're in a relationship. You know when you cuddle and you feel that bum.
No, do you know what? I get cold. Those fights come up, you know, like, so I can actually do it. But it's just basically certain times that you could be alright at home watching TV. So you're watching Power or something, and then Angela Valdez sets pace and goes, and then for a split seconds your things go.
Power.
And then that's it. You're like, yo, I'm actually roasted.
You want Angela and Natasha?
Oh, all of them, man. I was using Angela as just a bait name, innit?
No,
but sometimes it could be, sometimes it could be some 48-year-old woman doing something random, an advert, and random things to set you off. But now, recently, I was just taking it down to 3 weeks. I'll just do 3 weeks, man. Which is what?
I could work with that, babe. I'm being serious, I could work with that.
That's cool. It's other shit you can do.
What about the crowd? Does the crowd affect you?
I didn't like the sound of that. No deal.
Listen, when you're fighting, does the crowd affect you?
To some extent, yeah. So, like, when they're cheering for you, is that positive reinforcement? It can actually either be one or two things. Either they feel like you need it, or they're impressed by something. So, obviously, you're in the fight, and you can read, like, okay, that means they like that. That was popping. So, the judges might be thinking that's popping. And then, obviously, when they're cheering on the opponent, if you're getting the better of them, you know that the crowd was just trying to gear them on. But then, if you're beating them up, if they're doing all right, then you're like, yo, like, I need to turn this round ASAP. But for the most part, so when I first started as a pro, I used to play to the crowd. Like, if the crowd was quiet, I felt like I had to do more. Whereas now, no, forget the crowd, listen to your corner. Because your corner's there shouting instructions anyway. So now I just listen to my corner and do what the corner says. But the crowd actually does give you energy. Like, people say that when the crowd starts going, they get a boost of energy. And there's real stuff that actually happens. And also, if the crowd are cheering on the opponent, then you know there's a very good chance that the opponent's going to come onto you. So you would, well, I don't know, for me anyway, I'm prepared for it. If the crowd are cheering the opponent, I'm like, cool, they might just come at me. So what can they do to come at me? How do I nullify it? So defense first, attack second. And so in that sense, of course, it does affect you.
Is anyone trying to test you on the road?
On the road?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, man, I've been clean for a minute now, man.
Some people say that.
Offensive weapon. You what?
Some people say like, oh yeah, you're boxing. Come, let's go, then let's try it.
I get people offering me that all the time. In terms of boxing, yeah. Like, one of my closest friends, for example, like, it's always like, yo, Ooms, we got to get them rounds. 3 rounds. I'm like, bruv, you wouldn't even do 1. He's like, yeah, but come on, I just want to test it out.
Watch this, you know, and say, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to do shit. He's going to do shit. What it is until people do it, they don't understand. Like, I keep trying to explain to them, I'm like, bro, when I jab you, the sensations you're going to feel are not normal. Your body's going to feel things that it's never had to deal with before. But it's real talks, like, just the sensations you feel in your head, if someone jabs you in your nose, your eyes start watering, your nose starts tickling, you're thinking, hold on, what's going on? But this guy's coming to hit you again, and you can't run out, you can't go time out. Do you know what I mean? Like, getting punched is a whole different type of feeling when you're in a ring. So yeah, people, I don't know, man. I just say to them, just don't do it, man.
What I realise with boxers, that they have this kind of military mindset. Is that something you developed over the years, or were you always like that? Because I think it's horrible. I think the
military in what way?
Like, everything's got to be very structured. You wake up at this time, it has to be like this, you know. He was very good. I didn't like it.
You got to understand, yeah. If someone's an athlete, so not just fighters. If someone's an athlete, especially if they're competing at the top of the game, they're not a civilian. So that means they can't do civilian things.
But I've been with a footballer and he was alright. He wasn't like that.
Listen, footballers, you feel tired, they sub you. Like, do you know what I mean? It's different to when you feel tired, you get knocked out.
An athlete, though.
It is an athlete. It is but if you see the footballers at the top of the game, they all live like that as well. A lot of the footballers are out partying, doing this, doing that, not living the life. They're not the guys that are getting at the top of the game. You think Cristiano Ronaldo's out here not being militant with the way he lives his life?
Of course he is.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So if you're going to be at the top of your game and you really care, you're going to be militant. You're not a civilian. That's the sacrifice you got to make. So you're going to have to miss social events. You're going to have to miss cuddling with your girl sometimes. You're going to have to miss eating things that you want to eat and drinking things you want to drink. You know, all of that. But that's because you're not a civilian. It's the life you chose.
Fair enough. No, I mean,
Yeah. But also I think it's very important, like if a woman's with, or a man, if anyone's with a athlete of any type, I think they need to also understand and respect that, because
but that's
otherwise
the
it wouldn't
third
work.
party in a relationship though with the athlete. That is the third party, because
Yeah.
you've got to tend to that need, you've got to nurture that need, you've got to understand that need, because it's hard. It is very hard.
Yeah.
Any person that dates athlete has got.
It's very hard, yeah.
Yeah, especially
It
someone
is.
that's faithful and actually takes them on board.
It is very hard, and yeah, exactly what you said. They do, like, people who support athletes do deserve a lot of respect, and you know, yeah, it's just very hard. I'm just trying to imagine it. It's
hard, isn't it?
It is hard work, I know, because you know, my ex complained about a lot of stuff, and
Yeah, I think boxers
with
are
reason as well.
selfish athletes.
leading up to a fight,
Not in a
you
bad
have to.
way.
Leading up to a fight, you have to, because you got to think here. In football, for example, if you lose a game, come again next week. You might even have another game the same week. If you lose in boxing, not only are you going to get all the memes and all that, and you probably got knocked out, yeah, you go right back down to the bottom of the pecking order. It's a long road back, and it can be the difference. Like, there's a lot of money you can lose in that time, from sponsorships, how much you could have made in fights, all of that. So there's so much at stake that the person has to be selfish. It would be stupid not to be.
What's the worst injury that you've sustained?
2010, I was playing football, and I went for a slide tackle, and but there was a little, I don't know, it was like a little hole in the ground or something. And my foot got caught in it whilst I was going forward.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine, like, imagine this is like my knee coming forward, yeah, my foot's going back, but my whole body's going forward. Yeah, it didn't snap, luckily, but I just tore some ligaments in the knee. That's the worst injury I've ever had. Yeah.
But nothing in boxing.
In boxing, just a couple of black eyes, bleeding nose. Actually, no. Tell her, I've had a.
Before somebody exposes you.
No.
I'll bust your head, fam. You didn't think it's like that. Tell the truth, but nothing.
Listen, nobody can come out and say that. Nobody. But
Apart from them kids in school.
apart from kids.
I don't lie, you're free.
Hey, why are you going back to that, man? I was gonna stop.
Traumatized by that, Jay. Stop it.
I was gonna stop, man. No, but I've had a fractured rib before. I think that's the worst. Well, that is the worst injury I've had in boxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's hard to heal from that as well. Isn't it?
Yeah, it takes about 6 weeks of rest. There's nothing else you can do.
Ooh.
It's horrible. You can't laugh, can't cough, can't change your breathing pattern quick. It's a horrible injury. So if you want to hurt someone, get to the ribs.
Before we get to you decide, you lost one fight to Zach.
Yeah.
Who's
Points.
that? Is that?
So yeah, in October 2018, which coincidentally is the fight that I went like 10 weeks celibate for. So that fucking blows that one out. Sorry, pardon my French. No, but what it was, it just wasn't my night, man. Just like.
Oh, you think the decision was fair then?
I'm not gonna argue the decision. It could have gone my way. It could have been a draw, but I'm not gonna argue it simply because.
I don't like when they do that. When they do the towel for you, unless you're bad.
That wasn't a towel.
Went to points.
Yeah,
Judge-
points.
12 rounds.
No, it was an 8-rounder.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, it just basically I'm trying to avoid saying stuff, but like everything that you can think of going wrong for a fighter went wrong for me leading up to, like, from the night before all the way to my ring walk, to the point that I didn't even have a warm up. So I spent the first few rounds trying to get warm. But after the fight, I was like, yo, like, let's run it back. And his team were like, what you got to offer us? Like that. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to go on my own campaign. I'm going to make sure I get past you, and then you're going to want the fight from me. So, you know, that was October 2018. I'd left my coach at the time. I left him after, for obvious reasons, but I'm not going to get into the details. And, you know, my entire team changed a lot of structures changed. That was the same time I broke up with my ex as well. We used to live together, so you can imagine the mess and that. Like, there's just a lot, but...
You have to just break it down and rebuild it.
But yeah, basically, yeah, I just rebuilt everything. And so 2019, I had 6 fights, stopped 5 of the opponents. So I was fighting consistently. I was fighting on non-Frank. So I'm promoted by Frank Warren. And typically, boxers wouldn't box outside of the promoter's shows. But I got permission to go and box on other shows because I was like, yo, Frank, put me on. And they're like, oh, there's no space for you on the show. I was like, well, let me go on someone else's show at my own expense. And, you know, just that determination and dedication, I invested in myself, boxed outside of London even. And through that, I put myself in a position where the same guy, Zach, went on to lose to another guy called Cody last year, September. And because of what I'd done last year, I put myself in a position where I got to fight Cody in February, and I beat him. So I didn't get the rematch with the guy who beat me, but I beat the guy who beat him. So, and that was for a British title eliminate, so I'm in a very good position now.
So you don't know when your next fight is then?
That's part of what I was negotiating on the phone earlier.
No, because obviously we'll come support, don't it?
Yeah, of course, come on, you lot got to come. I wish I was able to, I was actually hoping I'll be able to like come here and be like, yo, like, you lot, this is the time to come up, but unfortunately I can't. So, you know, it's still what I was negotiating. It's it's one of them ones where it's very close to being over the line, but it's just a little detail that needs to be put in place. Otherwise, like, for me, I'm saying no. So let's see what happens with that.
In London or?
Yeah, it'll be a London show. It'll be a London show, and you know, it'll be a title fight as well. So that's exciting. And
well, scenario. So if you win, yeah, can Media come in the ring with the title that celebrate it?
if you can get past the security, you know, fine. I'm gonna be roasting. So no, you don't do that. That's what makes it bust. Alright, a bit of sex education for guys.
I do know what you're going to say, I taught it.
Yeah, but just in case, there are a lot of listeners that don't know that. Because you know there's some people, there's some people that actually, alright, so one kid,
I've
yeah?
never heard of one of them.
No, listen, one kid, so these boys went on a boxing trip, and then a few of them got some girls because they went out after their box, whatever. And then one of them slept with this girl with no condom. And then everyone was like, yo, fam, how can you just meet a girl and sleep with no condom? He was like, no, I'm calm. And we're like, no, like, you could catch something, even HIV. He was like, no chance. I had a hot shower.
That's what I'm saying. UK.
No, but
he just washes his willy over the sink after.
No, a hot shower doesn't wash it. HIV is internal, not external.
No, for Ghana and Chlamydia, he just washes it over the sink. So
that work.
Like
A little bit of hand soap, you're good, man.
Bro, you're playing Russian roulette all the time.
Nah, man, come on, believe in Jesus, man.
You Russian roulette with me.
For you, I think I do all sorts of things.
But yeah, this is what the show is called You Decide. Jada explained to you that You Decide works.
Okay, so we've got nothing to drink.
Because you don't drink alcohol.
Hey, listen, I got my distilled water. We're good.
Can you open it for me, please, babe? I know you don't drink, but I know you can open it.
It's a celebration, man. You're here, man.
Yeah, come on. Cause I feel like I'm being a party pooper.
Tipsy Talk,
I'm
maybe
upset about my
Wednesdays.
hair today. I don't
Champagne
usually
and
cut my hair,
conversation.
but baby's come out all funny.
What are you lying for?
My hair. Do you want to see that accent? I can do it, you know.
But she will explain to you how it works, isn't it? You decide.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, so you take a sip of your drink, then you take one of these and we battle it out to discuss who's... Are you not drinking?
Battle it out?
Yeah, to what subject wins. Sorry.
Wait, no, you need... What is the
so
battle?
We take a sip, we open one of these, and then we talk about which one we like better. And then we decide...
We're going to have to do a mock run.
No, you can't do that.
There's no mock run.
No, you just open it. It doesn't matter which one you get. We don't keep it a secret.
No, what do you mean? I don't get it. You open it and then you decide something, you said.
Yeah.
So basically, you take a name, she takes a name. Whatever name you got, you don't decide which one's better, isn't it?
Oh, which one's better?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So this one's boxes, isn't it? Because you're.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
I'm not explaining that properly.
Well, I didn't understand that the subject or that.
Is that what it is?
No, I listen to everybody.
You're a boxer, you don't listen to no one other than yourself.
Wow, it's very stereotypical of you.
True.
Wow.
That is the truth.
So it's a unfair prejudice, but you know you're entitled to your
But
opinion.
statistically, I'm right.
I would
You can have the last word
disagree.
'cause you're the king.
I would disagree, but you're what? Sorry.
You can have the last word because you're a king. Go on, give it to me. Because you can't not stop. So go on. Ooh!
So what name have you got then?
You know what?
What name you got then? So you take.
All
it,
right. So do I drink first
Yeah,
and
go
then
on,
take
have
it?
a
take a sip.
Jeez, this distilled water finna get high.
I don't know who he is. Really.
All right. Okay.
Who you got?
I got Dillian White.
Who you got?
I got Fury. Tyson.
So
Tyson Fury.
So you don't choose which one's better, isn't it? Fury or
Which one's
I've
better
heard
as a
Dylan White's
boxer?
name.
in general all together, innit?
I don't know. I forfeit that one. You could choose.
The better boxer would be Tyson Fury.
Why?
Because he's boxed against a better opposition and beaten them. He's
they
ranked
the same
number
weight?
1 in the world right now. He's a world champion.
Are they
Yeah.
the same way?
They're the same weight, yeah.
So you
Right,
take
go on,
two
yeah.
another name and then she takes another name. Sip.
Gee, I'm gonna need to piss in a bit.
If I don't win, I'm not going to talk to you ever again.
How do you even win?
I
Well,
got
it's
the
1-0
best
to
one.
you, right?
Oh, right. So she's 1-0 up.
Yeah, yeah, she's 1-0 up,
Okay,
yeah.
got you, got
No,
you.
he is.
No,
'cause he chose.
who had Fury?
No, she had Fury.
Oh, yeah,
so
so
yeah,
she's
so you're
1-0 up,
1-0.
yeah.
No, he picked the option. Is it the one who has the paper or the one that picks it?
No, the one who you lot decided, innit?
Okay.
Well, she
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
Fury, innit?
Yeah. So
Who
no,
you
it's
got?
cool. You won that. I'm a fair person. I
No,
got
you
Derek
won
Chisora.
because you chose.
My guy, don't worry.
I've got a guy that I fancied all my life called Umar Sadiq.
Wow.
So you left to decide Umar or Derek Chisora.
If Umar finds that out, he might be extremely flattered, but he'll try to hide it. You gotta look out for that. He'll play it cool, but inside them butterflies be going
I've
on.
been waiting for this guy all my life. What star sign is he?
Oh, actually, it's me, Umar Sadiq. Listen, she's 2-0 up. Umar Sadiq, 100%.
Why is that?
What star sign is he first?
Who?
Umar Sadiq.
You believe in all that?
What month was he born?
February, the 2nd.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
So am I.
Really? Aquarians get on.
Oh.
She's got a good heart, by the way. She's got a good heart. I've never met an Aquarian without a good heart.
Seriously?
Yeah, unless she's the first, but she's got a good heart.
You believe in star signs then?
Big.
No, I'm not really into it like that, but I have noticed a trend. I've noticed a trend, yeah.
So it's 2-0 Jada. Next one
Yeah, so yeah, I'm putting Umar Sadiq because he's more versatile.
is
Oh yeah, drink first, innit?
I picked up the one you threw down.
Ah, she's too. If I lose this next one, that means I've lost.
No, I don't like the way you play it. The one that wins the name is the one that gets it. So it's 1-1.
No, because then anyone
But
anyone
if
can
I don't agree
cheat.
with what I have, then and
Yeah, but that Umar Sadiq's better. Than
it's 2-1 because you won with the first round. We both agreed on the second round.
I know you're trying to be nice.
David, hey, I don't like him. He's an arrogant arsehole.
Wow.
who you got?
Wow.
Who you got?
That was strong.
I've seen him. He lives somewhere near
Shout out, man, like Dave. He's actually not arrogant. He's cool.
Who you got?
I got Anthony Joshua.
He wins. He's attractive. He's intelligent. He's a good dad. He's a good boxer. He has.
He's a good dad. How you know that?
Because I've seen him with his.
Do you live with him? Are you his family?
He's Nigerian as well.
He's a lovely. He's got. I think.
All right, so Jay, you're gonna have to tell us that. What are we assessing this on? Are we assessing
which one is the best? And I'm choosing
the best
Anthony.
what? The best boxer or the best
Yes.
person?
Boxer.
Everything, man.
If it's the best boxer, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with David Hay.
No, but then he has to choose which one it is. I guarantee you chooses Anthony. Because
You have to, man. I have to
See,
see
that's
Anthony.
2-2.
Cool.
Because he lost the belly twice, innit?
Oh come on, that was a wash.
Punched out the ring.
That was a washed
Punched out
up.
the ring.
Listen, that was
Mate,
David Hay
it's
coming out of retirement
serious.
with no. Do you see the guy was limping from the first round?
Why accept the second fight then?
So what? Are you gonna say
Why?
Anthony
Why
Joshua?
agree to fight?
Wait, are you gonna say Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz?
Yeah, but he didn't get punched out the ring though.
We can let it slide. To be fair, Anthony's cool and he's a good boxer as well. So
Right,
it's all
last
cool.
one.
But for the most part, I made that decision based on the fact that David was undisputed cruiserweight champion and then went up to win a heavyweight championship. Only Joshua's still on his journey. He probably could surpass David Hay, but right now he hasn't yet. That's why. But yeah, 2-1. So let's go.
No, 2-all.
No, you're on 2. I'm on 1.
No, because we agreed on the last one.
Cool. 2-all. Let's go. Decider.
Decider, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
You decide.
This
Ooh.
boy is really killing me softly, you know.
Amir Khan.
Is that Prince?
Why are you laughing?
No,
No,
it's
that-
not Prince
that's
Hamid.
Prince Nazim.
That's the first.
Amir
thing you get.
Khan's
Chris Eubanks, I win.
Junior.
junior or senior?
Junior.
I
Junior.
win. He got
Nah.
robbed the other day. I felt sorry for him. I win.
What?
He got robbed the other day.
Who? Chris Eubank?
Did you see it? All his Insta, they took his Giuseppe.
Oh, that. You
But
mean
they
in
left
house?
it 20
So you know in boxing, right? When the wrong person gets the decision, we say that the person that was meant to win got robbed.
Oh,
So when you like, you got robbed, I was like, what? So that was deep. That was deep.
So then I have to
I saw
give him that because he dealt with it like a champ.
He did deal with it like a champ, but
No, I win.
Amir Khan's definitely a better boxer,
I think
without a
so.
shadow of doubt.
I win.
You're gonna put Eubank over Amir Khan?
I win.
I prefer you, but personally.
Why are people
like
sleeping
that.
on Khan? Oh my god!
Jelly legs.
What? Because he gets knocked out. Oh, alright.
That
check.
was actually
Wait.
rude.
Look, no,
That was rude.
look, we're gonna do this, yeah.
You don't want it from Brooks.
Wait.
You
No.
don't want it
Check this.
from Brooks. You don't want it from
Check this.
Brooks.
We're gonna do this. I'm gonna have a few seconds of just reading out some parts of Amir Khan's CV,
No, we don't care.
and then
We
you're
don't
gonna do the same with Chris Eubank, and whoever's CV holds the highest is the person that
You don't
wins
want it
this.
from Brooks. You don't
Okay.
want it from Brooks.
Are you ready?
care. No, we won. We
At
don't-
17, went to represent Great Britain in the Olympics. Got silver medal, losing only to
See the military.
an Olympic. only losing to an Olympic hero and legend in a very close fought fight. Went on to win world titles at 3 weight divisions, I think.
I
Three.
win.
Yeah, 3 weight divisions. Has boxed more world champions than most British fighters have. He's got the fastest hands in British boxing history recorded. Yeah, it's between him and Calzaghe.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's Amir Khan. The guy can throw like 9 punches in a second. Like, his hands are rapid. Yeah, he's the best boxer, or one of the best boxers that Great Britain has exported at world level. The only times he's lost has been when he's got knocked out.
That's debatable.
Bruv, he's outboxed everybody apart from when he gets knocked out. The only time he got outboxed was against Crawford, and that's because he's done now. Now, world titles at different weight divisions. Olympic silver medal. Boxed at least 12 world champions I can think of right now.
And lost how many?
You go.
But you don't
How
want
does
it from
Chris?
Brooks.
How does
You don't want it from Brooks.
So
You don't want it from Brooks.
that's it. That
win.
nullifies
The reason
it.
why he got bumped up because he's Asian. That's why. After
It's not. It's because he won an Olympic silver medal at 17 years old, fam.
Silk. You win gold.
I win.
He couldn't even drink legally. He couldn't even be on this show. He couldn't even be on this show drinking with you lot when he won an Olympic silver medal.
This is what I'm saying to you. Yeah. You bet.
I win.
Just tell me, how does Eubank's CV compare to that?
I win. It's just called I
Because
win.
he has to step out the shadow of his dad, and he's doing that.
How does his CV
I don't
compare
know,
to
he
that?
sounds a bit
You
of
see,
a,
yeah, I'm too tipsy
Uncle
right now.
Tom.
We're gonna have a quick break.
There are no
So where can people find you at? We'll have a quick
Top
break.
Boxer Sadiq, all social platforms. Hit me up.
What are you called?
Top Boxer Sadiq.
Yeah, so
No.
shows. Where can we find you at?
No, I don't
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I've got a YouTube channel as well, guys. I vlog, so get on that, and you know you can see a lot more about my life of a boxer.
I don't
Share
want
some
no-
insights and all that.
No females though, please.
Actually, Instagram says my following is about 26% female and 74% male. So females, please come balance that stuff out.
So social. Where can we find you at?
He
miss?
doesn't want no toto, eh? He don't want no toto. Yeah. Jada Styles. Catch me on every platform. Bye.
Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesday, champagne and conversation, banter before bed. Jeez, here we go.
Seconds out, round 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 42 seconds of the second round, your referee, Bob Williams, has stopped the contest. He deemed Featurin was in no position to continue. The winner in the blue corner from Umar, top boxer, Sadiq.
Yo, we're back right now, yeah. Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesday, champagne and conversation, banter before bed. Don't forget to look up TGN Radio on all social media platforms. We're here with a special guest now. Jeez! Umar Sadiq, yeah.
We're having a moment.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
my hell mash up. Babe, we can't do that.
You stopped that break a bit too sudden still.
Yeah, it wasn't enough time.
So, quick, in boxing, have you experienced any racism or prejudice?
It's a bit hard to say, but I guess in the amateurs it's more prevalent where, like, there were times, I don't know, man, I can't say for certain, so I wouldn't say that. Yeah.
What any fixing? Have you seen anyone being approached by fixing? Like match fixing or anything like that? Or
Do you know what? Match fixing is not a boxing thing, you know.
That's more
Yeah,
football.
a lot of people think it is. They're like, oh, that match was fixed. I'm like, how much has someone got to pay you to let someone punch you up? Do you know what I mean?
True.
Especially when you got your own career to think about. Like, it's not a boxing thing. It's more likely to be that, you know, certain things would be put in place to try to set you off. So, like, say like you're an away fighter, which means like the show that you're boxing on is promoted by your opponent's promoter. So you're the away fighter. So they might, you know, book your hotel and that sort of stuff. So they'll do shit like probably put you like in a shit hotel, make sure you get a noisy room, you know, like say like you're meant to be at the venue at 7, they might to fight at 9 o'clock or something. they might say to you, "Oh, don't worry, you can get to the venue at 8 o'clock. It's okay." You know, like maybe send your cab a bit late. Like just little things to try to set you off or unsettle you, or come out of like a last minute clause leading up to the fight. There's little things that people do to set people off. But in terms of actually fixing, that's not something that I'm familiar with. So if I'm not, I guess maybe even if it does happen, it's not a common thing.
You have like a top 5?
The what, sorry?
Do you have like a top 5 boxers like all time?
Do I have a top 5 of all time or current?
Current and then all time.
Current, Canelo Alvarez. So Saul Alvarez,
Spanish.
he's Mexican.
Yeah, I knew it. The name.
Alvarez, isn't it? Yeah. So Canelo, and then in no particular order, Terence Crawford.
Muhammad Ali, baby.
Current.
No,
Yeah.
altogether, just put 5 altogether. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna miss people. All right, all together. So going from the back, when I say from the back, from like the late '90s, Jack Johnson.
Is that the one that got punched and died?
No.
Oh.
Jack Johnson, Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, your guy.
You gotta put our granddad in it, babe. Otherwise, we can't be together.
Yeah, he was fat and so. Willie Pep, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, big time. Roberto Duran, sorry.
5, fam. You're on 22.
Yeah, I told you. You said from all time, innit? It's hard to put it down.
Right,
And then most
right.
recent, then you got like Prince Naz, Roy Jones Jr., Bad Boy, Floyd Mayweather is my favorite boxer of our generation.
Hold on, do you know
Bernard
Craig
Hopkins.
Richards?
Yeah, I do.
I went to
Do you
school
know
with
it?
him.
Is it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, crazy
his
cool. Why don't you get him on
stuff,
here?
I don't know. Like he was like my pictures and vice versa and stuff like that. But
Ooh.
I just baby's a baby.
Exposing, man, for liking your pictures.
No, like you know.
No, he's not gonna slide in the
like,
He was gonna slide in the DM.
No, but he's a cutie. He's a cutie little Craig and his cousins and stuff. They're like all kind of boxers in there in that age group of family members.
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted to know if you knew him. He's a good
No,
guy.
Craig's a cool guy.
You two are not the same weight though, are you?
We used to be, but he's a weight heavier than me now.
Because he's so tall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He said he was having a hard time making a weight, so he went up and he feels good for it, and that's good. Yeah. Now Craig's cool, man. It's one of my guys. It's one of my guys.
Don't worry, we don't have a history there. You can say I'm a good girl though. So next question.
No. What's the best advice someone's giving you in terms of boxing foot wise, man?
Do you know what? Actually, the best advice I've had in boxing is from Frank Warren. You know.
You didn't say his name. Ooh.
It's from what? Whose name?
Is that a boxer?
I said it's from Frank Warren. No, he's my promoter.
I tried to mix the pot up there. I'll take my screen back out.
So that when I was going pro, I was speaking to a few different promoters about turning over and like to see which deal works best for me. When I had a meeting with Frank, I went in there with my representative at the time and we're like, we're gonna do this and we do that, make this is how we can engage with so many fans and yada yada yada. And by this time we want to do this. This is these are titles we want to be fighting for at that time. And Frank was like receptive to it. And then right at the end of the meeting, he said to me, Umar, everything you're saying is great, but when it's all said and done, the fighting is the only thing that matters. And it stuck with me till today. So like even like recently, I've not been so I used to make a lot of videos, like engaging videos, and I've got to get back to it, to be fair. But I used to make a lot of engaging videos, like funny videos or videos that would just like stir up a bit of hype and all of that type of stuff. But recently I've just been focusing more on the boxing because with all the workload I've got to manage and how significant things have become in terms of the stakes that are up, I was always just having in the back of my mind, the only thing that matters is performing on the night and winning. Everything else is secondary. And so long as you keep winning, you'll get another chance. So yeah, that's the best advice I've had in boxing.
I had no good puntang, that's your problem.
Good what? What's up, little slang with that?
Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I had no good puntang. Puntang, baby. Puntang,
Yeah, I gather it might be that, but sometimes you gotta confirm.
Can I ask you a question? Is there like an age limit to boxing? You're welcome.
That's very sweet. I can see this working.
I think it would be a really good couple. I think you're gonna break my
I think
heart.
no, it's not.
Because one lady said to me, "Yeah, your husband's on the way," and I'm like, "No, he's not. No, he's not."
He's not in the way. You're right. He's arrived. You see?
He was jealous. Jay,
Man, he's been MC, you know.
Jay dumped his girl, so he's.
Hey, Jay, check this. Hey, Jay, them bars are so hard. Her flyers are undone.
She can spit.
She ready for it.
They were melting.
You see, I'm looking out for you. I know.
They were melting for you.
Hot.
But age
Fire.
limit.
Fire.
Telling you.
Age limit to what, sorry?
To boxing.
Well, everyone's got their own opinion, but for the most part, as individual, the oldest ever active world champion was Bernard Hopkins, and he boxed till 51. And then after him,
from Philly.
That's granddad, man. Granddad.
yeah, but he was
He's busting up
he was
heads.
setting pace in young
He's
men. Yeah, he was setting pace in young men. John Pascal and that, they learned hard. Man was doing press ups in between rounds and that.
Yeah,
Let's take the piss.
Yeah.
So there's that. That's obviously the extreme in that end. But most people would say that probably like mid-30s. But I think the lifestyle that you live plays a big part. So like Bernard Hopkins, everyone's like, 51. But this guy never drunk, never smoked, never done drugs. He was very anal about even the food he was eating, the way he trained. So it's about lifestyle, man. It plays a big part. And obviously genetics as well. Like he's black and
He made one mistake though.
Melanin does something, man.
He made one mistake though.
What was that?
You know when he said I would never let a white guy knock me out.
Oh yeah. That counts like if
But
you
I said stuff
up.
like that. I'm like, if I don't care if it's a white man or a white woman. No, it's not
I
happening.
don't
I
see-
don't know how
yeah.
that happened to my son, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I just, to be fair, for me, I see beyond that, man. I recognize different races because of
We grew up in South
the
London.
the parts they play in navigating the society and the world we live in today. But to look at an individual, I see the individu as an individual.
Especially when you're in the
you
ring,
know,
you don't
as a
see
person.
colour, all you want to do is
Exactly.
get someone down the
I
ring.
learned-
Exactly,
I
you
learned
know.
that the hard way still.
Hold on,
Is it?
hold on. What's the hardest, like, if you was getting a fight next week, what would you walk out to? Like, I want to hear, let's get it on. Let's
With
get
DMX?
it on the floor. Get it on the floor. Get it on. Because I know that. Get it on the floor.
That can bang, you know. That can bang. I'll have like
It's the dog in me.
4 bad bees behind me just twerking on the way to.
Pull up.
Betty, listen, I don't want to touch them all. I don't want to touch them. Now, just for sure.
I'm where that DJ booth, he doesn't press the button. I just say,
Can you imagine?
I'm singing
Can you imagine at the show?
Amazing Grace. You walk down to that. Nah, that bad beat.
Nah, man. You have to be concentrated. You can't be watching the girls twerking that.
They're behind me, man. They're behind.
what's the...
You put it on the show, it's calm.
Pete though, innit? You never sneak.
Obviously, they will help boost the testosterone in it. So, like, obviously, man will be on this.
Smelling those pheromones, you're like, oh, I can't wait to go home to Jada, man.
See, I'm gassed right now.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit upset with you though.
Why?
Because obviously, as soon as I put the picture up of the flyer,
He
the
has
amount
a-
of females that was messaging me saying, "Oh, you got him coming to the show. Yeah, is he single?"
Why is that upsetting you, bro?
Because I'm just gonna take.
Tell me a blame here.
I'm going to take you from my best friend. How dare you?
But again, the females want to know what's your type of female that you like, then, innit? Apart from Jada, but
Well,
Thanks for putting me in there.
the type of woman I like is everything that Jada is. You know, a bit of melanin, someone who is articulate, clever, driven, independent, a good heart. To be fair, actually, the most attractive thing for me is a good heart, like, but a genuine good heart. You can see through it when it's put on for whatever reason. But
Smell it.
you know, someone who's like sound moral values that I'd be happy to pass on to my kids. Like, you know what a lot of people fail to realize, yeah? Like, when they look for a life partner, they don't think like you have to trust this person alone with your kids.
Would
So-
you date a woman with children? Because you're getting old now, so most of the girls you date
What do you
probably
mean?
have one.
I'm getting old.
Isn't it, you're like 42?
Fuck you mean? I look 21.
I'm just saying, would you date a woman with children?
I've had this conversation with my friends, and I think I would, because if you find someone that you vibe with, and this is the person you want to be with, you take them as they are, and the children are part of the package.
no, majority of girls have got kids anyway, man.
I don't know what girls you're meeting, man.
Well, every girl's got
Yeah, South London, yeah. Everyone trying to get them flats back in the day. No shots fired. No shots fired.
For me, because my mum owned their property, so I'm alright. Yeah, just saying.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
She comes from good stock.
She won't give me £2, but she's alright. You know what I mean? But fair enough. I just wanted to make myself in there quickly.
Yeah. So yeah, no. For me, it's more about like the depth and stuff, and of course.
And you wouldn't have to worry about baby fathers. They'll be like, "What, you're doing a boxer?" Right? Say no more. Say no. They wouldn't want to challenge you. So you're alright. You wouldn't have no beef.
No,
have to worry about
on road being a boxer don't mean nothing.
Oh.
Man, like, let me see you box. Let me see you box these bullets in it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. As soon as they box you, you have to get a weapon.
Pull out a shag or whatever.
you
Yeah.
have to get a weapon.
And then when people know you're a boxer, yeah, they're more likely to.
You have to get a weapon, yeah, of course. I can't. That's unfairness. It's
How the
unfair.
tongue? Stop.
Yeah, for real.
Do you do your affirmations? My ex-partner used to have, when he moved in with me, but he had it in the back of his door, but he had like all his affirmation, I am the best. I am better than I was yesterday. Do you have those? Because I do. I have a vision board and I do my affirmations every morning.
In some sort of way I do, but for the most part I've got a vision board like you. And one of the pictures on my...
I want matches. You got a
I bet
mansion
they
on there.
do. A few.
So have I. Hold on, wait. Have you got the pool?
I haven't got a pool. Actually, I do.
Wait.
One of them's got a pool outside
do
it.
you have the jet?
Got the jet.
Oh my gosh, do you have any pets on there? I don't think you do.
Nah,
that's the feminine
nah,
side.
I'm
Do you
not-
have
I'm
the
not-
children on there?
Family together, yeah.
Yeah, do you have the table?
The dinner table, yeah.
No, do you have the stack?
The stack of what?
The money, just money there.
Nah, that ain't real. Jay-Z's spat these bars in 444. You're trying to show money, that ain't money. There's so much money in this world. If you can hold your money here, you ain't got money. Because the real money, you're not trying to put that in the room, you know?
Alright, I get that. Do you have the woman?
Yeah.
I have the man. Okay. Look at that. I'm actually.
But I've also got things like
I've got education on there. I've got my uni hat, so I'm going back to do another degree in teaching. What else do I have? I have like a big.
Do you have nature on yours?
I like animals.
But do you have nature in it?
That is my nature.
Okay.
That is my nature. Honest to God.
Do you have things like ecological living, so sustainable development and stuff like that?
Well, it's in the meaning of getting that house.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No.
I don't know what
I don't know what you are talking about.
No, you know what a vision board is, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So one of the pictures on my vision board is a picture of Muhammad Ali, and it says, "I'm gonna show you how great I am." So there's that. But it's a very famous saying.
So I did my own one.
But
it's called My Life, My World, and All Me. And then I have greatness, happiness, wealth, contentness, fairness. I got bare, and I just wrote down loads of words and put it in a nice little frame, and I just put it there. And
That's
I just
beautiful.
repeat it every day. And then at the end of it says, "This is my life."
yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
I love
Program that into the subconscious. That's heavy. It's
No,
heavy.
I want it in my conscious. It's in the subconscious. We're trying to push it forward.
The subconscious mind operates a lot quicker than the conscious mind.
Yeah, but it can lay dormant. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It can lay dormant. That's why the subconscious mind is there. That's what it's built for. It can block out terrible times in your life. Remember, the mid part is where it filters out all the information. What
The
it can hide,
amygdala.
what it can bring forward. Yeah. Subconscious, the unsubconscious, and the... Oh, you're right. Sorry, yeah.
What's your favourite Nigerian dish?
He switched out real quick.
No, I just wanna know
Like,
that.
you don't
Yeah,
get a room. Too early. It's too early. I'm not that easy.
No, I
We
just-
ain't going nowhere. You can just get out.
I like you. Mom, are you watching? I told you I'd find you. Hello.
Favorite Nigerian dish. As a complete dish, it'll be pounded jam and egusi soup. Yeah, but one of my favorite Nigerian things to have is plantain. Well, it's not Nigerian, it's from a lot of countries, but yeah, fried plantain. But yeah, pounded jam with egusi soup, that bangs.
My one is jollof fries with suya plantain.
Take off the suya, replace it with some veg, and we're good. That pops.
Cool. So good. And I like this man's got me on tilapia now, that fatty fish. You don't like tilapia?
I don't. I'm on plant-based diet. I don't
No,
eat
but
fish.
prior
yeah.
to today,
I don't,
never been. I love fish. That's my.
I don't think I don't think I ate a lot of tilapia. It was more like I used to eat like salmon and cod and stuff like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Scared about this virus?
Ah, stop.
Nah.
You're not scared about it?
Nah. Well, I'll go. They say men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right?
Facts.
statistically speaking, from all the sources, well, I don't look into it because I don't buy into
96%
propaganda, but
chance of catching it.
yeah, it's not even well, not just that. It's the people who have died from it have been statistically people who have had weaker immune systems due to prior illnesses or old age, whatever. I'm a strong 32-year-old boxer. I ain't got nothing to stress about. Do you know what I mean?
And you have a healthy diet, not like Jay who eats chicken, burger and chips. Sorry,
Madman.
chicken and chips every day.
I'm not ill. My penis still works. My penis still works. Trust me, I ain't got no mask. I'm gold chicken shots. I'm alright, man.
Can't play like that.
It's all man-made anyway, man. It's all population control.
I don't know that. I think I can understand why people would say that, and I for one am a skeptic, but I never go out right and just say something with conviction without knowing the facts behind it.
I'm drunk doing it.
Pardon?
I'm drunk anyway.
Yeah, you're saying some wild shit. You should ask him a few things. Don't you find out anything about him?
I know.
It's a good time right now.
I don't know enough, but I know a lot.
She knows enough for it. That's it, innit?
No, I don't know enough.
No, she knows enough not to go to the papers about me, innit? That's
okay.
You're an idiot. I could write a story to him. I know you're 962. Don't you worry. But I would never do that. I'm not a chatty patty. I can't be bothered. I don't get no satisfaction of exposing your business because my business is a lot more better than yours.
What do you get satisfaction from?
Looking in your eyes.
I'm going to just stay here. Jay,
just
put it on pause.
He's actually making me, my nipples are hard.
Wow.
Have you ever gone through like a depression stage?
No, but you know, actually, that stage that I told you about when I lost that fight and my whole life was changing around me, that was a very, very hard time. Mentally, emotionally, you know, it was difficult. And if ever there was a time when I could understand how people can get depressed, that was it. So I've got a very strong mind, like ridiculously strong, and I'm a glass half full type of guy all the time. And for the most part, when I do my gratitude, it's usually thank you for health, thank you for food, thank you for shelter. Everything else is a bonus. So you know, I got through that stage well, but there were times when I was just like, yo, like I can easily see how with a different mindset someone could be depressed. So I guess maybe that was probably like the lowest point in my life.
Growing up, you didn't get a bit like the culture shock of coming here. You didn't get you a bit like.
Nah, man, you feeling sorry for yourself for? Do you know I went to a boarding school in Nigeria before I came here?
Hey.
All right, listen. When she was talking about militant earlier, I was like, you don't know anything.
I went to boarding school.
Yeah, so listen, yeah. The boarding school I went to, we had to get our meals. Yeah, we had groups of 8. Yeah, so you had 8 people per group, and you got this dish, and at food time you had to go get food in a dish and then share it out between the 8 people. But a lot of times there'll be enough food for 5 people and 3 pieces of meat. Yeah, so if you want one of the guys who can fight the corner, you weren't gonna get a lot of food and you weren't gonna get meat. And then you're probably just going to get skinnier while the stronger guys get stronger. So I've had to survive things like that and having to clean latrines. We had to shower out, We had to wash outside like in some bush place, but we had to fetch water in buckets. This is at the age of 11, yeah? And walk probably like, 300 meters with it. By the time you get to the bush to have your wash, half your water spilled out because you're wobbling everywhere. So I've been through like cutting grass with machetes and whatever. Like, and this is whilst my mum's in England. My dad's passed away the year before.
Sorry to hear.
Do you know what I mean? That's cool, man. So yeah, a lot of times when people complain about stuff, I mean, that wasn't even like the hardest thing I've had to face. I'm saying,
yeah, but you
like, and I've seen suffering. So
everyone's got different tolerance levels.
Of course they have.
You know.
No, but obviously you're asking me. So I'm saying like the things I've been exposed to through my experience and the things I've witnessed as well. That a lot of things I'm just like, yo, it's not that deep, you know.
But that's not a fair thing to say.
No, for me,
you crumble could make someone else.
Everything's relative. Everything's relative. So, for example, if you were raised in a home where you had a butler serving you and all of that, and then all of a sudden you got to do your own washing and your own cooking, your whole world is crumbling. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what? Look what I gotta do, and but if you've grown up doing that, it's like it's calm, innit? Like if there's electric and you can run the machine, you're happy. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's all relative.
Do you feel a little bit of guilt from the success you've had?
What for?
Guilt? No, because obviously you've got your friends back, like filming that they're still on the blocks doing their things where, you know, you got your deals coming on, you're on TV and that.
No, not at all, man. For the first part of it is perception plays a big part, like you said, TV and deals and all of that. And it's easy for people to think, oh yeah, like he's blowing, like he's gone. But I'm not. I'm still here, you know. Like, I'm still here. Like I haven't blown yet. But even when I do, I mean, I have a very objective way of looking at life, and it's that, you know, you reap what you sow, and all that, and life, you know, a lot of things happen in life based on the choices that we make. And if someone's made a different choice, that's up to them. So long as they're happy, they're still doing well. You know, when it's also, like we just said, it's all relative, innit? So if someone's on a block, if they're happy doing what they're doing, they're winning. Because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to be happy anyway. Every decision we all make is towards trying to be happy or being joyful. So I never look down on anyone. I never look up to anyone, because the thing is, we're looking up to people as well, yeah. You look up to someone, you set a bar of expectation, and you look at them and everything they do from a different lens. Yeah, so you're not actually seeing the person. You're not actually seeing what they're doing. You're seeing it from the lens that you've chosen to.
Which could be a delusional one.
Yeah, exactly. And the same if you look down on someone. Yeah, like someone that you look down on could be someone that can teach you a lot of things, can bring you in a lot of stuff, and you can just miss it out by looking down on them. But for the most part, we're all human. Like, the human consciousness is the same, is universal. So no one's above anyone, no one's below anyone. But
from God.
Anyone in human experience.
And the trees, I'm joking.
But yeah, no, I don't feel any guilt, because the graft I've had to put in to get, you know, the results I'm getting now is real, and the graft I'm putting on still till today. Like, I woke up at 8 o'clock, we're going on to like, what, 11? I've been active all the way through the day. And I'm going to sleep, wake up, and as soon as I wake up, I'm going straight to the gym. I sacrifice, you know, all the things I said earlier, like things you want to eat, places you want to go, things you want to do, love life, all of that. No, I'm happy to do it. That's what I'm doing. No one's forcing me. Do you know what I mean? I studied accounting in uni, and I was an accountant for a year and a half. I can easily pack this up and go get an accounting job.
Which is what I'm telling my child.
No, but oh, yeah, your
but
child,
at least you have an option, and that's what I like. If all this failed, at least you know.
Nah, I don't entertain that. If I ever had to go back to accounting, that is the failure. Because, yeah, you just don't, like, I know where I'm going, I'm doing it, and I'm going all the way, and that's it. Yeah, there's no, Will Smith says you don't make a plan B because it distracts from plan A. You know, I went uni to make my mum happy, and I got an accounting job because I wanted to buy a house, and those are the only reasons, not because I was trying to, like, play it safe.
So when did you proper get into boxing, like at the level that you are now?
I turned professional 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And before that, I was boxing amateur for a club called Repton Boxing Club. It's a very good amateur boxing club. I represented England, I represented Nigeria. So I was boxing at a high level as an amateur as well, and now I'm a pro.
What made you make that switch? Because I know that some people that don't mind being at that level.
Amateur, yeah, I was the same as well. I actually, when I first started boxing, I never wanted to be a boxer. I fell into it by accident. And then when I decided to be a boxer, I never wanted to be a pro. And I actually stopped boxing for a couple of years. I went traveling, did some charity work abroad, you know, backpacking, all of that. Came back and I was like, I want to move out to another country. And then in the process of thinking that, I was like, actually, but where would my base be? Then I was like, I need to have a base. Maybe I should get a home here. So, like I said, I got a job as an accountant simply to get a house. Bless you. Yeah, simply to get a house. And then, you know, I got a house and I found myself in the office looking around going, what am I doing here? Like, life is happening out there, you know, and I'm still here. But whilst I was thinking that, I had an amateur fight where I won the English championship, and the Nigerian team who know me, because I was in the 2012 Olympic team, well, came out because of injury. This was leading up to 2016 Olympics. They got in touch and they said, we're doing selections for our 2016 Olympic team. We think you have a good chance. You can come out at your own expense. And if you beat everybody, then you get to be our representative. So I took 6 weeks on paid leave. Because the only reason was, I was like, you can't pass off an Olympic opportunity. I might regret this someday.
And that's one in a million.
Exactly. So took 6 weeks on paid leave, went, made the team, all of that stuff. And then in the process, I was like, I actually really still love boxing, you know. And I'm 28 now. I think I was 28 at the time. And I was like, if I don't do it now, the window's just going to close. I ain't going to have a chance to do it. And then right there and then I was like, I'm going to do this thing until I'm like 39, maybe 40. And so I turned pro. I know you will.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your overall goal then, man?
My other goals.
Oval goal. Man.
Overall,
To be the best
that's-
you can be, baby.
100%. It's to contribute as much value to the world as I possibly can. To make my experience worthwhile, so that I've fulfilled as much of my potential as I possibly could. So boxing, I'm doing this, because I love it, I enjoy it. There's a short window in which I can do it. The benefits of it also are that should I achieve all the things I plan to achieve, I'd be able to generate enough capital and enough of
To
a
make you
profile.
happy.
No, money doesn't make you happy.
It helps.
It makes conditions easier, yeah, of course. But I generate enough capital and enough of a profile that allows me, to be able to venture into business and not have to rely so much on raising capital. But also, because of my profile, it's become easier to raise capital for some ideas that I have that are bigger than me. To start charities around the world or contribute to charities around the world to help people live a better quality of life. But for the most part, the businesses that I want to support, like I said about contributing value to the world, is businesses that support sustainability, so renewable energy and things that help.
Africa, baby.
Yeah, all of that, and
Akon, yeah.
Akon's got the listen.
Akon will get my crazy
He's
deserves,
got
man.
his own time.
Akon sussed this out, man.
Yeah,
He
man.
sussed it
I
out.
rate Akon so much, man.
Yeah, so but yeah, basically, without going too deep into it, that's my end goal. I want to. So the rich people in the world, I spend a bit of time studying some of the richest people in the world, and a lot of them say the same sort of thing that Bill Gates is doing now. They spend first part of their life increasing their value and preparing themselves to be able to generate wealth. There's 3 parts. They spend the second part generating as much wealth as possible whilst contributing value to people's lives, because that's really how you generate wealth, right? You do something that's valuable to someone, they'll pay you for it. And then they spend the third part of their life redistributing the wealth that they generated. And I think that's such a beautiful
I
thing.
don't think he redistributes anything, because someone like that could cure world hunger, but yet he would never, because he still needs people believe him. That's someone that I'd never.
There are a lot of questionable things he does, like with the vaccines and stuff. People say, well, the pharmaceutical business is literally a business. But without going to, I use Bill Gates as an example. You might not like him personally, but
No, I get his work ethic, but at the same time, his actions are very contradictory. Is that a word?
contradictory.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you, boo.
No brain damage over here.
The dick part, people, but not the dick. What's wrong with it, babe? But yeah, I get what you're saying. I get the principle what you're saying.
So basically, that's it. Yeah. What's your main
He
goal?
actually is really soothing. I just want to put my thumb in my mouth and play with your ear and just listen to you talk. Literally, it's quite soothing, don't you think?
Oh, thank you.
I think if you watch all my interviews, I'm usually like, blah, blah. I even got a phone call saying you talk too much.
Really? Are we taking any calls today?
No, we haven't.
Ah.
We didn't promote the calls. Most people don't.
No, all right.
But
Cool.
we usually encourage people to go live on their Instagram, and if they ask a question, you catch it. Yeah. So I didn't give you that because I get jealous.
You really thought about this?
I did. Very strategic, darling.
Very. I like it. I like a woman who's strategic, capable,
I just
smart.
eradicate the word like in your vocabulary, and you've got to replace it with love at some stage, because I've been liked too much.
Some things you got to work for, but it's possible.
Right?
Basically, this part of the show, it's called Drunken Dilemmas, but I know you don't drink.
Okay.
You've never drank.
No, I used to.
Alright,
what
cool. That's what I'm saying.
happened?
Back in the
What
days,
did
we need a
happen
drunk
when you
story
drank?
from you back in the days, isn't it?
Drunken diamond, like a drunk story. Okay.
man.
Oh, damn.
With the,
Wow.
the weed one. I know the weed and new one was good back in the days as well. I'm assuming so.
Do you know what? Actually, I've blazed probably 3 times in my not probably
hate
3
weed.
times in my life, and each time I took no more than 2 pulls, and I was high every single time. I was a mad lightweight.
Take it all the way in, even just doing the mouth movement.
Push me.
Yeah, I was a mad lightweight.
So yeah, we need a high story or drunk story, man.
A high story is, I think, it's the second time I ever got high. I was outside in my boy's yard. There were quite a few of us there. Got high, and I don't know, for some reason I started chatting shit about his sister, and he pulled out a samurai sword. And he's actually gonna chop me up. But I remember I was so high, I didn't really deep the seriousness of the situation until after people was like, yo, he was actually gonna duffy you.
Did you like his sister?
No, I didn't even like her. I don't remember I was just chatting shit. I think I was cussing her or something. He was like, "Don't cuss my sister." I just kept going, and then he like went and pulled out a samurai sword. But in terms of being drunk, I don't know. I was always I was one of them people. Put it this way, yeah. I got drunk in a club, walked out of the club, felt like I was gonna throw up, looked for a drain, squatted in front of the drain, threw up in the drain, got tissue out of my pocket, wiped my mouth, went and got water, rinsed my mouth. That's the kind of drunk person I was.
We're back in the club.
No, this was at the end.
Oh, okay.
I don't really.
Yeah,
get drunk.
so
I get hella tipsy.
yeah, I've never been like the kind of drunk person to do that. Mad, I still got my wits about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't fall over. I hate seeing women fall over and swing around poles. It's not me.
Anymore. She's like, it's not me anymore.
But when I get home, that's when my drunkenness comes out. That's when I become clumsy. But I'm so conscious of, I'm a daddy's girl.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad's always told me how women should behave and what behaviour is totally unacceptable. So it's so weird because it's actually conscious that when I walk out, when I get tipsy, I've got like, oh, my dad might see me. My dad might see me. And literally I spend the whole night doing that. Oh my gosh, what about my brother? What's in here? So I'm always
that
on
means
point.
when you're drunk, no one's getting lucky.
I've never had a one night stand. I talked about this the other day. I've never had a one night stand.
Ever?
No, but
Wow.
I want for you. No, I don't want it to be a one night stand. I want it to be 100,000 years stand.
Damn, girl, for you, I lived that long.
I just want to kiss you on the side. Tell us the Victory to come that way. So come that way. But yeah, no.
But this part of the show is called Praise and Raise.
Mm-hmm.
So we've done good for you, praise and raise them, isn't it? Yeah. I'll start off first. I'll praise and raise yourself actually coming to the show because I really appreciate it because I know you're very
Thank
busy.
you.
Thank you very much,
So
guys.
appreciate that, yeah.
Thank you very much. Like, if I do it back to you, now it's going to sound like we were just like giving each other a head in it.
I think he starts it off like that so that you are supposed to compliment me.
Oh, right, okay. What's the word again?
Praise and raise. So we've done good for you this week or last week, isn't
So
it?
who else? Go on.
Oh yeah, praise and raise the viewers, man. The two videos of one with Dizzle and one with Jada, it's hit 15k on Instagram. So
15k?
Yeah, 15k. So
On your page?
Yeah, 15k, man.
D.
Shut up!
Damn,
Oh
boy.
my
What were you doing?
gosh.
You mean
What were you doing?
I was just giving him head, nothing serious.
That explains why.
Yeah, so
So, is it 50,000 50 million?
I wish.
She's too old. And I don't do that anyway, I can't bother, I'm a lazy girl.
So yeah, appreciate the support. Out
There had to be something. You know, it's too good to be true.
But yeah, what about you, man? Praise and raise, man.
Praise and raise for, does it have to be to a person?
Anyone, man.
I guess to what most people call God. Praise and raise to God for being alive, for being well-being, for being healthy, for being able to be here, articulating ourselves and sight, you know, all of that type of stuff. The basic stuff that people take for granted. So yeah,
Meeting the love of your life.
that too. I thought we went without saying, so you know.
No, you have to say it, I'm crazy.
Praise and raise for meeting the love of my life, you know, for being able to
I
make
want the
physical
marking
contact,
now,
even though the
guys.
producer is trying to be a cop block.
You mean
No, the producer, enemies of progress cannot prevail.
So that
It sounds more dramatic when you whisper.
Oh. Sorry, what did I say?
I'm forever yours.
Oh, I'm forever yours.
And I yours.
some Hollywood film.
Straight up.
Okay, what else? So I want to pray. Oh, have you finished?
Yeah.
I want to praise and raise my gran. This week, my grandma's my best friend. She's the love of my life. She's my husband. She's my wife. She's my everything. She's my heir.
So in this day and age of 1,500 genders, what gender does that make her?
She's everything. She's
your husband. She's
on
your
the
wife. What
same-
gender is that?
She's the same level as God. She's just. She's an
Wow,
entity.
you're really gonna do that?
She's
Someone
an
called that
entity.
blasphemy.
I don't care.
Wow.
That's what she is to me. She is. All right. She is my earthly God. Excuse me. So she's on earth and I can touch and feel it. Is that better?
Yeah. By the way, I'm not a religious person. I'm saying
Okay.
that. I'm just finding up.
She big enough. She got me out of trouble again this week. Big up my grandma. I want to my auntie Cass as well, which is her daughter. She's a psychotherapist, but when you go to her, usually she's quite overwhelming and it's too much information. But I get
How
it.
many people
Anyway,
can you thank in this week?
Go away. I
It's
want
time, innit?
I'm doing that Killer P. I'm doing that Killer P 1 minute. And you go, yeah.
Jumping in the entire phone
Killer
book.
P for a week.
Family group chat.
Nico's always for being a really good lady. I want to big up myself, actually. I got someone else out of trouble today, and I need to big up myself. And big up my lungs, my heart, for you. Thank you for coming. I'm in love. I've never felt like this before.
Wow.
Big up Anne for having us.
Yeah,
That's it.
Oh, we're at the end of the show?
No.
Oh.
No, the flip side, that was praise radio. Do name and shame now, isn't it?
Oh, right, okay.
So whoever stressed you out this week or last week, name and shame them, isn't it?
Who you gonna name and shame?
I ain't got no one to name and shame, actually, no. Like, I've just been minding my business, man.
Yeah, that's the worst time. When you mind your business and an arsehole comes and pees you off.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got no one to name and shame, man. So, what about you, man? Which girl slid in
Chicken
your
shop
DM?
man,
Yeah.
cab driver, Uber driver.
Do you know what?
Next door neighbour.
My neighbours, man. Them mofos live above me, yeah, and their kids be running around all the time making noise. And I'll complain.
Babies don't get it, but
Nah, control your. They're not babies. That's the thing.
what's not a baby to you?
Anything that's beyond a toddler.
No, they're still babies. Their feet, they don't have much control. I get it, but they just don't. Under the age of 10, they're just flat-footed and they don't get the meaning of it.
That's okay. Walking around is fine, but running around continuously is not.
Well, you're lucky you don't live underneath me. My neighbour had to knock on my door because my son does 1,500 flipping kick-ups.
Alright, listen. Keep winning these fights. I ain't gonna be living underneath nobody. Can I have no neighbours and not besides me, not above me, not below
Do you
nowhere.
want to do that? Like move to where the nearest hospital's an hour away.
What?
Do you want to do that one?
Why are you trying to keep me away from hospital?
No, I just don't. That's what it is, man. Where's that come from? But I actually want to live.
That's a horror film.
No, but I am a country girl at heart. I could live away from everybody. Where I
Live on a
have
farm?
to drive. Yeah, I'd love a farm. Oh my, I love animals. I'd sleep with horses if I needed to.
You love animals.
I like to sleep with
Do you know what I find funny? When people go, I love animals, I love them so much, they're so cute, but I'll eat them.
Yeah, it is a bit of a bad mind thing, but I won't eat the ones I own. I'll eat the ones from Sainsbury's. So.
But you're selling the animals to Sainsbury's, though.
No.
You're farming it.
No one's taking my animals. No,
Okay.
I don't want to move from you.
But you love animals.
Can you just stop correcting me? Not every day. Oh. So who do you want to cuss?
You
So
name
your
and shame,
neighbours
man.
run up and down.
Yeah, that's it, man. Everyone else is cool.
You don't get the broom and just knock or something like that.
No, are you mad? If it,
Oh, I went
I
past that.
never
They don't even.
ever.
To be fair, they've gotten a little bit better recently because I feel like I'm exposing my life here. But basically, I knocked on the door one time because it was just like running. They were playing loud music, running around, bass, blah, blah. I was like, nah, they're taking a piss. I went and knocked on the door, yeah, and the guy come out and was like, don't you ever knock on my door like
Yes,
that again.
I
I
know
said,
that,
you fucking what? He said, I said, don't knock on my door like that again. I turned round on him, I ain't gonna lie. I was
Black
like,
guy?
oh, black guy, yeah. I went,
black guy?
oh, what?
Yeah, my dad.
Yeah, he went, I said, don't knock on my door again. I said, oh, what? He tried to shut it up, put my foot in the door. I said, oh, what?
What type of man is it?
But I set pace in him, so now they're a lot better now. But
Is it-
they still do it from time to time, but I let
Did
it
they know you
slide.
box?
Huh?
Did they know you box?
I don't think they do. I don't chat to them like that.
I hope it's early to door,
Be
man.
nice,
Yeah.
baby.
No, but yeah, sometimes you lose the plot, but it didn't come to physical or nothing. But yeah, that's it. Everyone else is cool, man. I don't have anyone I want to shame. Maybe I don't know. Whoever started Corona. But I don't know.
So you believe it's man-made then?
I don't know, but
It came from a bat. They've been eating bats for centuries. Please. don't tell
yeah,
me.
I was gonna just say
Come on,
that.
please.
Like,
I've
if
had
you
enough.
look at the timeline, they're saying it's because they eat all these animals. Then why in 2020
Yeah, that's
did
what
it
I'm saying.
suddenly
Why now,
come?
didn't it? They've been eating
Yeah.
bats for years. I don't understand that.
The whole thing's very
Sketchy.
yeah. Thank you. Finish my sentences.
I love you too.
Yeah, the whole thing's a bit mad, but I'm not gonna say it's man-made, but there are enough reasons to
You're
think
kind of like you
that
want to be
is.
signed by the Illuminati or something. Like you don't want to talk too bad of them, or they won't approach you.
Yeah. Throw the rocks up, man.
You didn't go for the older eye.
Alright,
No.
I have no thing to show, so you came on, continue.
Yeah, no, nor do I. Really.
No one's upset with me. Okay, if you had a chance to meet 5 famous people, but all alive, who would they be? You already mentioned Jay-Z, you already mentioned Bill Gates, so I know. But if you had a chance to sit with them in a room for 5 minutes, just to get a piece of their knowledge, because you can't
Ooh,
buy that service.
Damn.
Just 5 people. Alright, dead or alive then, make it a bit simpler.
Hold on. Oh, how can you take this down to 5? Like, do you know how many great minds have lived in our world?
Correct.
All right, it might have to be more than 5 though. That's the only thing.
Start off?
Go on, where are you gonna start with?
I would say Socrates.
Yeah.
Correct. Newton.
No, Socrates. You know who that is?
Yeah, I know, but I was saying.
I'd rather pick Tesla over Newton.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Socrates. I think you.
No, I didn't disagree. He said Newton, like Isaac Newton, and I said I'd rather pick Tesla and Nikola Tesla.
Are we talking about people that hold scrolls? Yeah. Socrates.
No, these are didn't hold scrolls. They're like
No, these
late
are-
90s,
no,
early,
this is-
late 1800s, early
these
1900s.
Socrates is the one that carried on history.
yeah.
They're scholars.
Yeah.
Basically, Socrates as well. Tupac all
100%.
day.
Fact.
Really?
It's my top two.
Listen, I don't
Top two.
smoke, but if he had me a joint just to put my lips where he put his, come on, we could do this. Yeah, I swear.
25 years old. You might have thought that he did at
But he's
25.
got some sense in him. I would
25.
like to spend time with John Todd. You might know him as the first person to expose Umar used to run the world. I know he's gone missing.
Are you
It's
surprised?
supposed to be him, miss. It's supposed to be him. You was the thing.
No. She's helping me.
Oh, okay.
She's helping me. I'm getting an idea. Go on.
No. I'm not taking his shine away.
No, that's
That's what I said.
No, but your shine is my shine.
Hey, boss.
Light, baby, light. Okay, we are stars up here. Who else?
There's a name I would
Whitney
say, yeah.
Houston. I want to spend time with her because I want to hear about her rise and fall.
Yeah.
I really do. Because her love was so dangerous with her and my guy.
Bobby.
And this might sound really weird, but one of my ancestors, part of the Shanti tribe, don't it?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'd love
Impressive.
to sit there with my ancestors. 'Cause I know a lot about the Shanti tribe. So yeah, that's it. So I've set the pace. So they were all quite different people.
See, that's what I'm gonna say. One that's like totally left from
I
me.
need to speak to a scholar.
Go on, what's yours?
I'll get scrutinized for this, but I would say Hitler.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
no, I totally get that. Yeah.
I would say Hitler. Like, I want to meet people opposite me, isn't it?
You don't need to like him. You're trying to learn from him.
Yeah, of course.
And he turned a whole nation
that's what I'm
against themselves. Blonde hair, blue eyes, but yet you have brown hair. Like how powerful and strategic. And
Another one as well.
Yeah.
Alexander the Great as well.
Yeah.
Who is he
19.
again?
Do you know what I was gonna? Do you know what I was actually gonna lead off with? Alexander the Great in that
Who is he again?
he was
Conquered
the
at 19,
Roman.
innit?
He's Roman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexander.
Conquered at 19.
He's one of the greatest Roman conquerors.
19
Okay,
years
why
old.
would you
Yeah.
want to sit with him?
Conquered the world at 19. At 19 years old, conquered the world at 19, miss. Do you know what mentality
He
is
called you miss. He called you miss.
miss?
Oh, is it? I was gonna say.
But I don't. That's if you believe in that. But even
No,
if
it's
even
facts.
if we do,
No, but to be able to do that,
At 19.
there's still something you can teach people, right? You don't have to like the
Okay.
person to learn from them.
Go on, next person.
But do you know, I was actually gonna set it
Go
off
on,
with.
tell us your 5 people.
Can we make Muhammad and Jesus into one choice?
No,
We
no.
don't know if Muhammad was actually a real person, though.
A lot of
No.
Muslims would disagree.
Yeah, but
No.
that's true.
See,
But
play the game right. Stop.
we see evidence that they actually lived, though, innit? I can say I want to meet alien, but I haven't seen evidence that there's actually an alien, though. is
Okay, so we're gonna go off people that we got evidence. Mansa Musa definitely
Who's that again?
is the richest man to ever live. Is African.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Mansa Musa, without a doubt. In more current times, Jay-Z. I'd love to sit with Jay-Z. I admire a lot of the things that he does. Nikola Tesla.
Who's that?
Nikola Tesla, sorry. He's arguably the most brilliant mind to live. So Nikola Tesla is the reason why we've got light bulbs on here.
Is he a black guy?
No, he's a white
Then
guy.
I don't. I don't believe none of that.
Oh, you see,
created that.
I
We-
look
we
beyond
did,
that, but
we did.
yeah. So basically, light bulbs were already created by Edison, right? Yeah. But what it was is they couldn't sustain and control the electricity that was going through to different places to be able to switch on, switch off, and all of that. And what Tesla did was he created the AC/DC power adapters that allowed.
Like a circuit.
Yeah, exactly. But also, what he was moving towards to was building infrastructures that allowed people to have wireless electricity, among so many other things
we
and
have
ideas.
now.
No, wireless electricity,
Wireless.
as in like you don't need any cables to get electric.
Oh.
Like it's actually a possibility.
Like Bluetooth.
Yeah, but imagine, electric like Bluetooth, yeah, basically. Yeah, so Nikola Tesla, Jay-Z, Mansa Musa.
Jesus or Moses.
Jesus or Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Could just make them one.
Who's Muhammad?
He's a Muslim prophet.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want to see if they're both?
No, I just want to put them into one
No, but
because
they're
there's
not
questions
one.
I'll be asking them are similar,
You
innit?
can't,
So
that's not fair.
okay, cool. Then I think I'll go with
Is it that hard for you?
yeah, cause
It's a good question, you know.
yeah, innit?
Jesus
Like, who would
is
you
good.
rather meet, Jesus or Muhammad?
No, 5
None.
minutes in a room.
None.
No.
Because that's not his list. It's your list we're talking
Alright,
about.
None.
I would have needed to be.
No, but if I said to you, you can meet one of these two guys, I can make it happen.
None of them two.
You'll be like, nah,
None
I'm
of them
good.
two.
You wouldn't meet Jesus.
You'll be like, I want a refund.
Because he parted the water.
Oh, none of them two. I'd rather meet Dr. Sebi than any of them two.
Oh, I didn't.
I can part a thing or two.
That's what I like to meet. Yeah, I would like to meet none of them two.
So I've got 3.
I'm losing my voice for some reason.
Uh,
See what you do to me, like,
I'm not gonna overcomplicate it now. I'm just gonna think. So 4th would be Muhammad Ali,
amen.
and 5th will be who do I look at? Kobe Bryant.
Oh,
Jeez, I like that one, man.
Yeah.
Quick question, yeah. What did Kobe mean to you anyway, man?
As an athlete,
phenomenal for my mum.
the epitome of
Greatness.
absolute dedication to your craft. To do everything that's needed and then some. He went the extra mile. Like,
Michael Jordan did that, didn't he?
yeah, he did that too.
But it's because he's not dead. Why we don't care?
No, it's not that. It's because Kobe just resonated more with me. Like before he died, I was watching a lot of videos of him as well, not Jordan. So it's, it was not because of that. Maybe there's that, but also it's the things that he did outside the ring. It was the whole like his family values.
Cheated on the mother of his children.
Yeah, let's judge everyone for every single thing they've done.
No,
But he was very committed, regardless of whether or not he did that. Like, well, he did, but he was very committed to his family. Like you can see, like even in times, he's like, what did you look up to? Yeah, family orientated. He taught himself Spanish, or no, he went out of his way to learn Spanish and Italian,
Yeah.
and did interviews. And I'm self-taught Spanish.
Habla español.
Sí,
La verdad.
sí. ¿Hablas también?
Claro que sí. Vive en Barcelona.
Ah, qué bueno. ¿Durante cuánto tiempo?
Por 3 años.
Ah.
Sí, mi madre es una profesora de inglés. Ha ido a España para estudiar.
Ah, qué bueno.
Ya.
Qué bueno. Oye, hablamos español también.
Joder.
Esa-
Feliz, ¿sabes?
Yo también.
Feliz. Ay, qué sexy, cariño.
Y tú también.
Gracias.
Gracias.
I need your 2 pairs. Come over here. I can say a word.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Spanish listeners.
Yeah, we've got you lot. Yeah, so it's just things like that, like just going out of his way to push himself and like giving back as well, like coaching his daughter's basketball team, that sort of stuff. I'm very much into that sort of stuff. So him as a person and him as an athlete, complete package for me personally. Jordan's great. He did a lot of the stuff like complete athlete, brilliant businessman, but it's just like the non-athletic stuff resonate with me more as well. And I would just love to like get to talk to him and be like, and also understand that the whole thing, Mamba mentality, how he was 2 different people.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's very synonymous with boxing. Like, I am the way I am here now.
What's his name?
I kind of do. It's
What
top
is
boxer.
I wanna
You
meet
know?
him.
Oh God, you don't.
Why is he a bastard?
Because he beats people up.
Okay.
But yeah, so like I'm calm outside and all of that, but obviously in the ring I'm a different personality, and it was just there's a lot of interesting things to talk to him about. So those are my 5 people.
Cool. We got there in the end.
Yeah. So for listeners that forgot, it was Nikola Tesla, Muhammad Ali, Jay-Z, Mansa Musa, and Kobe Bryant.
Cool.
I think that's a good list.
Yeah, in terms of who you feeling right now in terms of music? Like who you listen to now, man?
Oh God, I listen. You know what? My music choice, is so
Eclectic.
random. Yeah, it's all over the place. Like I'm hardly ever listening to any one person for any stretch of time or
Do you like drill?
whatever.
Gang, shoot your mum in the head. Then I come to your girl's bed. Yeah.
There were a couple of drill tracks that I think sound alright, but for the most part, it's not really my thing. And I had a debate about this actually on a panel one time when I was talking on this charity thing, and they were saying, these youths are expressing themselves and it's an outlet and they're doing something positive. And I said, well, you got to look at it as give and take. It's like for all the positives they're doing for themselves, how much negatives are they doing with other people who are listening to them and believing that what they're saying is all true and real? Because for the most part, a lot of them are speaking the truth, and the listeners, for the most part, a lot of times know that that's their truth, and they look at that as an example of how to be. I'm not shutting it down. There's a space for it, but just not my own thing personally. But I listen to hip hop, R&B, like most Afro beats. But then it starts to get a bit different. I listen to reggaeton, salsa.
¿Salsa?
Sí.
¿Y la tango también?
Yo bailo
Sí,
salsa.
claro que sí.
No, ¿bailas también?
Sí.
¿Qué tipo?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
By the way, guys, I was just asking if I dance salsa, and then I asked the same thing. I was like, what type? And
What's that? Yo no sé.
yeah, you know the listeners are not all going to understand.
A mí no me importa.
Yeah.
Yo voy a decir lo que quiero. Si no entiende, no entiende, ¿vale? But I can't speak a fluent as I used to be able to. But I only know one song. I grew up in Catalonia, so that's all I know.
Oh, do you speak Catalan as well?
Sí, parla catalán.
Wow.
Sí.
Jeez.
Claro que sí, que puedo
She's
parlar
talented, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, is it talented when you lived there? But you know, she's talented. She's my baby.
You got 3 minutes. Anything we get for your chest?
Oh, we've spoken a lot. Guys, listen, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. It's been fun being here. I didn't really have expectations because I try not to have expectations of anything, but I've had a lot of fun. I wanted to say more than I expected to, but I didn't expect anything. Thank you to the listeners who've listened this far. If you haven't switched off by now, you know, I love you. I love you. I'm feeling a thing. Yo, bang, 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 bang.
You're welcome to come back, man. When you lose,
yeah,
you come back.
Will do. And just make sure you follow my journey. Get on my social media platforms. You're talking to someone who, is committing themselves to a career in something that's very difficult, very challenging, requires a lot. I enjoy it. I'm happy to do it. Make it, I've got good momentum in my career right now. I'm having meaningful fights, winning them, stepping up the ladder. So, you get a chance to witness the journey and, be part of the story of the come up of the top boxer. So, get on my socials and follow. And actually, I do engage with people who engage with me on my social media platforms. So it's not like I'm gonna, be big headed or anything. Like, I do remember people and whatnot. So, let's get with it.
Start your socials before we leave, man.
Pardon?
Socials, shout them out before we leave again.
Top Boxer Sadiq. Again, one more time. T.O.P. Boxer Sadiq. T.O.P. not, but I'll be giving her the T.I.P. Yeah, Top Boxer Sadiq. Twitter, Instagram. On my YouTube channel, Umar Sadiq Top Boxer. On my Facebook, Umar Sadiq Top Boxer. Get with it. Shout me. If there are any questions you want to ask. Actually, I might do like a question thing tomorrow. And just say ask me any questions, and then you lot can. Now I'm gonna be too busy. Just DM me. yeah. No, it's never that.
Said Bushi, right?
If you see,
things to do. Try to be the world champion, babe.
Undisputed, undisputed world champion. You know what that means? It means that you have all 4 of the world titles, and nobody can dispute the fact that you are the number 1 in the world. Amen. And that's what I'm going for.
Amen. You'll do it.
Thank you very much. I will.
You've done it.
That's it, speaking to existence. What is time? What is time? It's an illusion. It's a man-made thing. What's past, present, and future? It's all the same. Everything that ever was and would be is.
Every time I look in your eyes, nothing else exists anyway, so I don't care. Anything outside of your eyeballs is irrelevant. Catch me on Instagram, Snapchat, Jada Styles, and on Twitter, Jada Styles. Message me and I'll probably get back to you in a few days because I don't respond to anyone. I don't do social media like that anymore, babe. I'm coming off it.
Hey, yo,
my brain.
Let's go. Tipsy Talk, Wavy Wednesdays. Here we go. Jeez.